what I'm going to do for this video. I'm kind of just winging it because I have no idea what to record or post. So let me just say, I'm probably just going to talk about the books I own and stuff. Because genuinely, I don't really know what to do. My room is currently a mess because I've been recording. And yeah. So, what books do I start with? Should I start with the Twisted series? Yeah, I'll start with the Twisted series. Because this is just a yap about books. These are books I've read as well, by the way. So the Twisted series. I literally read these ages ago. Twisted Love's okay. It's my second favourite book. Twisted Games is my favourite. Twisted Love is my second favourite. But I really did not like Twisted Hate. This gets so much... Also, what happened here? I don't know. I think it took me ages to read this, so... I think I liked Twisted Lies, but again, it was kind of difficult for me to actually get through. I like the characters in it. I think I only disliked the characters in this one. Josh Chen and Jules Ambrose. They bothered me. Just speak to each other. Communication is so important. They just needed to like sit down and shut up and read. Not read. Sit down, shut up and speak to each other. Twisted Lies. I liked the characters, but the book was really big, and I kind of felt like if she'd had a better editor, it could be the same size as Twisted Love. Because tell me why. You don't need that much. You do not need that much. These two were probably the best in the series. I just really enjoyed them. I liked the characters, and I liked the tropes better than the others. Probably do an ASMR video of me putting all my books away at some point. Oh, I should go through my Kindle books as well. I have like hundreds. Anyway. 5 Survive, Holly Jackson. I could just title this book Rex. I think I'm just going to do this as a book recommendations video because honestly, 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. If you have read her books before, you'll know... You'll know she never misses. This book, I want to reread this now. Like, I have been talking about this a lot in some of my TikTok and YouTube videos. I think I might reread this after I read some of the books that I haven't read. Because I have over 100 books that I have not read yet. And I probably need to get cracking. I'm definitely going to try and finish off this bookshelf. Like, read all the books on this bookshelf first. So... But I'm also waiting for some to come out because I have Fourth Wing on there and the Kings of Sin series, and there's still like 2 or 3 books left to come out. I think Gluttony, Lust, and... Wait. King of Wrath, Pride, Greed, Sloth, Envy, Gluttony, Lust. Yeah, there's 2 more books to come out, and I think Gluttony just got a cover, so I'm going to try and wait for those to come out before I read them. But then again, I am reading the entire Boys of Tommen series. Some of these books too. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but I want to reread this at some point. I genuinely really like this book. I like the characters. I don't get why people hated some of the main characters so much. I actually really liked a lot of them. They were interesting, and they were very complex characters, which I think is something that you don't really find in media today. Genuinely, like... Where did you go? Oh, you're here. I don't really know why I'm recording this. I think you all know what I'm going to say about this series, the Powerless trilogy. Oh my god. Now, this might bother somebody, but I have the last one in paperback. Because I am psycho. Also because I couldn't wait, and the paperback is just so gorge. I've talked about this book in like 50 videos, but look at it, I will never get old. It will never get old. I'm probably going to do a reread of this before Fearful comes out, just to remind myself of the event. Even though I literally read these books last month. So, is a plane flying over my house? No way. I was on one of those the other day. I'm currently reading Keeping 13, which today is the 7th of July. I'm recording this on the 7th of July, so this is subject to change, but when I post this I will probably still be reading Boys of Tommen. I'm eating this series up right now. I'm only pausing because I need to record some content. I've realised that I only have like 4 days worth of videos left to post, and I don't want to be winging it on day of when I'm busy, because I'm busy on Saturday. So yeah. I will be recording more tomorrow, but I am going out tomorrow, so that's kind of the whole issue. What else can I talk about? Oh. Some of my more YA romances. Yes. Betting on You. If I ever recommend a Lynn Painter book to you, you have got to read it. Lynn Painter, I love her. I love her books. I love her writing. Better Than the Movies was my first Lynn Painter, obviously. I feel like that's a lot of people's first Lynn Painter. And then I read Betting on You, and now I want to buy The Do-Over, and I currently own Nothing Like the Movies somewhere. This book is so good. I think this might be better than the Movies for me. I just liked the characters and the dynamics, and just, they're so cute together, and I don't know. Yeah. Wait, what's his name? Charlie and Bailey. Yeah, they're cute. Love them. I have so many things to say about this duology. A Wish for Us. Is there another book in this series? If there is, I'm buying it. Because, oh my days. This book was heartbreaking. This was the first book in my book talk journey that I'd sobbed my eyes out to. It nearly put me into a reading slump. And then this book came out. And I read this book. And I loved it. And I cried again because, like, the journey for the girl in this book, Savannah, I read this. When did I read this? I think I read this summer. When did I read this? Because I read this right before I got into my reading slump. But at that point, I'd lost my nan. So it hit really close to home, if that makes sense. Like, I don't remember when I read this. I just remember that I cried. We're going to continue with the sad books, and I'm just going to say, I read this recently and I cried my eyes out. I don't usually cry in front of my parents, not because I'm trying to be like Timmy Tough Knuckles or anything, but because I just don't like being vulnerable in front of people. This book made me sob in the hotel room in Italy, because they're so cute, and the ending, they did not deserve that ending. It's not fair. I have the second book somewhere, and I will be reading it. What else? A Court of Thorns and Roses. No, I'm gonna get this off my shelf because, you know, I can. Damn it, I can't get it off my shelf. For me, these books sideways just looks wrong. So I've got them like this. But do I have them in the right order? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do, don't I? Yeah. Honestly, this series gets a lot of like traction on TikTok, which it deserves it. It is a decent series. It is genuinely really good, and I really like the series. But the thing is, I prefer Throne of Glass over this, and after I read this, I read a lot more fantasy books that I think are just better. And I mean in no hate or disrespect to anybody who loves this series, because I do really like the series, but I feel like there are stronger main characters than the ones in this series. Oh, damn it. So, you know, when I originally read this, I struggled with this one because I was like, I don't really like Nesta. At the end of that book, I love Nesta. My favourite book in the series, weirdly enough, is A Court of Frost and Starlight. I just felt it was just such a good, easy read. It was so short. It was so nice. I read it in like a day. I had fun with that book. Like, that book made me happy. But this series, honestly, if you're getting into fantasy, I do recommend, because it's decent. It's not like a bad series. Shit, I just dropped it. Oh well. This is one that I have featured in my other series as well, because I want this series to gain more popularity, because I really like this series. I don't have the last book yet, so I'm refraining from reading any of the other ones, but I've read these two and I ate them up. I love them. They're really easy reads, and honestly, I'm anticipating reading the next two. I just want to buy the golden, what's it called? It's the golden something. Anyway. This one I got out of the library, and I'm gonna have to take it back without rereading it because I just have too many unread books that I own to be rereading right now. But Heartless by Marissa Myers, I cried at the end of this book because the ending, if you've read this, you know the ending and you know that is heartbreaking. Hence the name Heartless. It's really interesting. It's about the Queen of Hearts, like becoming the Queen of Hearts, if that makes sense. Like, I say like way too much, but it's about the Queen of Hearts becoming the Queen of Hearts and her story as a kid and her heartbreak and everything to do with that. I will always recommend this book. This is one of the books that I recommend to the point where I will go blue in the face recommending this book. Genuinely. I love it, I love it, I love it. What else? What else? I have not seen this book much on TikTok at all. The Gilded Ones. I'm pretty sure I read this in one sitting. I want to read the next book, but at the same time it's kind of is there any point in reading it? Because I don't remember half the things that happened. So to read that first book, I will have to reread this book, and I obviously can't do that yet. So, you know. Yay! What else? I mean, I've technically read Flawless, but again, I don't remember much of it. I just know that it was good. I liked it. I'm pretty sure I think I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads, but I don't remember much what happened. If you like cowboys, this is obviously a good series for you. Genuinely. Icebreaker 2, I'm not getting it down because my room is already a tip in front of me. So, Icebreaker, first book, it was okay. It was good to start me on book talk. The second book is where it really got good. I really enjoyed the second book because it didn't have as much smut in it, which I know Icebreaker is meant to be like a smutty series, but Wildfire was really, really good. And I do recommend reading Icebreaker before reading Wildfire, but at the same time, if you don't want to, don't. Now we're going to go look on Kindle. Because, as you know, I read on Kindle. So The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I really like her Inheritance Game series. I have some opinions on the fact she's extending them, but I haven't read them, so I don't think I'm like properly qualified to give my opinions yet. So I will be reading that. But to read the Grandest Game and those ones, I'm going to have to reread the entire Inheritance Game series to remind me of every twist and turn. But my priority right now is reading The Naturals. I know I said I don't have time to reread, but that does not mean that I don't have time to read books from the library, because I have already ordered book 2 in the Dream Harbour series and book 2 in the Natural series from my local library. Look, like, this book captivated me. I've spoken about this in multiple videos. I love this book. Why did I turn my Kindle off? I still have 2 more books to tell you about on here. Actually 3, I think, if I can get Divine Rivals. So I have 40 fantasy items on this book, but I don't know. Belladonna. I read this in Italy, and it's kind of like a mystery fantasy. I really enjoyed this. It was really interesting, and like, it was captivating in a way because of some of the themes in it. A lot of people don't like this book, and I can kind of see why you wouldn't, around some of the characters and the romances in it. But at the end, the plot twist really got me, and I saw a review, like a 1-star review, that was genuinely shitting on this book so much. But after I read it, I kind of realised that forming my own opinions on books are important, because a lot of what they said in the review, they'd taken it out of context and kind of twisted it to look like a really creepy, weird, like predatory book. But it's not, and it is in a way. Like, if you look at it from a different angle, you would definitely see it in a predator way, but I didn't really see it as that. I kind of feel like she came to her own conclusions about it, but I recommend. Come on. Did I put Divine Rivals in my romancy folder? Let's see. I also have the most random books on here because it's just free ones that I got from a website. Let's see. Divine Rivals. I knew I had it. Hello? Thank you. No, I don't. No. Can I go to the cover, please? Divine Rivals. This is a really good YA fantasy enemies to lovers kind of thing. It's more academic rivals to lovers, but you can kind of be considered enemies to lovers as well, I'd say. This book, I kind of want to get it physical. I want to get this one and Ruthless Vows as physical books because it was really good and the urge to reread this is so big. Obviously I can reread it on Kindle, but this is the only case I think where I will actually buy the 2 books when I have the money, because oh my days, this book is so good, honestly. Oh shit. Yeah, it's decent. I don't remember how fast I read this because I read this ages ago, but it was a fun read and the characters in it just kind of stole my heart because of the way they acted. And I love Iris. I forgot the boy's name. Sorry, I read this a while ago. I'm sorry, guys. One last book on Kindle because I've only read 4 books on Kindle since I got my Kindle. Well, that's a lie. I had my Kindle since I was a kid, hence the really bad case. But I've put them all into collections based on theme, because I just can't be bothered to do it based on like alphabetical or whatever. I'm lazy, I know. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It was quite a fast-paced romance, so if you don't like fast-paced romances, this book is definitely not for you. But I enjoyed this because of some of the themes in it. I don't know how to explain it to you guys or anything, but it was really good. I love the characters. I feel like I'm now emotionally attached to the characters and I need to read more about them, which is why I'm glad that I've got the Cinnamon Bun bookstore from the library coming soon. I don't know when, hopefully June, and hopefully soon. I'm going to the library tomorrow just to like sit and read, and then I'm meeting up with someone at the library, but yeah. 4-star read, genuinely really good. I don't really have any more books to say, except for Grishaverse, which I'm not getting all out because putting it away is a mad... It starts with Shadow and Bone, and I honestly, a lot of people do know Six of Crows, but I recommend reading Shadow and Bone first. It kind of gives it more, it makes more sense in a way. And it's just, I liked reading Six of Crows a lot because of some of the references of Shadow and Bone in it that just made sense to me because I'd read Shadow and Bone. And I also recommend reading the King of Scars duology because without it is the series really complete. Comment below your like 5-star reads or your book recommendations because I will read any books that are commented. I am not picky on genre, just preferably not dark romance, but I am always open to give it a go, except for Haunting Adeline. If anybody recommends me Haunting Adeline, hell no. So you know.